Hey guys, it's Nick here, and I've got something a little bit different I wanted to talk to you about today. It's about buying your first home. And yes, we have a fitness channel and we're all about health and fitness, but we're also about health, wealth, love and happiness. And I believe that to accrue wealth, you can use property as a mechanism to do so. So something that I've noticed with young people these days is everyone's trying to buy their dream property straight off the bat, and I just think that you need to kind of buy it in stages. I've bought a few properties in my time, none of which I would actually live in. None of them are my dream property, but I use them as stepping stones. And today's actually quite an exciting day for me. I'm off to meet an agent from McGrath who's going to be selling my first property. This is a place I bought 6 years ago. So, you know, made the sacrifice, bought this absolute dump in Chatswood for, fairly low money. And now after 6 years, I bought it in 2010 after, I guess 7 years, it's just gone up in so much value that I just feel like it's the right time to sell. And the point is that I would never have lived in that place, but I still feel like, I would never live in that place, but it was the right thing to do. That's all I could afford at the time. It wasn't my dream home, but by buying that, it's actually the equity within that property has allowed me to buy other places that again I still wouldn't live in. So I think that if you try and buy your first property and have that be your dream property, you're probably not dreaming big enough. So the goal for me is to try and accrue a few different places, and that's what I recommend to people trying to get into the property game. Buy somewhere that you can afford. It doesn't mean that you have to live in it. Take all the emotion out of it. It's a pure numbers game. If the numbers stack up and the area's got some capital growth in it, then it's probably a wise move. I can't really tell you what to do, but for me, I just looked at the numbers. I mean, if you just looked at these places, you would think they're an absolute dump and you would never touch them. But that's when you're buying with emotion for your home, for yourself, for your family. So my advice to people trying to get into the property market is buy where you can afford. It may be nothing against Penrith, but it's just not a place that I would choose to live. But there's some great potential out there. Well, I mean, Penrith's probably run its course, but I'm even looking in Brisbane at the moment, in areas like Logan. There's some great deals there with great rental returns, and if that area eventually does go up in capital growth, then there's going to be a lot of money to be made there. So that's just my advice for anyone trying to get into the property market. Start where you can afford. Don't try and buy your dream home. Use each place as a stepping stone. The amazing thing about property is that you can buy a dump, and then some developers come along and they decide to start putting towers up in that area. Well, guess what the average price of 2-bedroom units is going to go to if they put up a tower of units? But it's going to, as those increase in value, so will yours. It may not be worth as much because it's not a brand new place, but that's how you generate equity in property. Don't try and buy these new places. You're just going to get ripped off. Buy older places, and as the area develops, you'll make your money as the area develops. So just a little bit of advice from my experience and what's worked for me. It's a long-term game. You're not going to make tons of money in a couple of years. I started property investing in 2010, and it's something that you just got to sow and make sacrifices when you're younger so that you can invest in your future. Anyway, that's enough from me. I'll catch you guys later. Bye.